Hello everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Financial Tips. My name is Gerald Abi. It's been a long journey, as most of you may know. Finally, season 1 has come to an end. So on this session, we're going to take a long journey back to look at the journey for Financial Tips, how Financial Tips came about, and what we are looking forward for in season 2 of Financial Tips. But before I do that, I want to just give everybody a fresh memory on how this whole journey started. So I want you to take a look at the teaser or how Financial Tips began in the first place. Take a look. Hello everyone, my name is Gerald and I'll provide you with financial information for your everyday business life. I'll be hitting on issues and topics such as tax, like withholding taxes, value-added taxes, company income tax, how to prepare your payroll, and also how to provide financial information for your own usage and for the usage of many others. Make it a point to join me every week as I impart knowledge in the world of business and finance for your basic understanding and interpretation. Alright, so that was the teaser, and that was the beginning of great things along the line for Financial Tips. It was that first teaser that gave the awareness and gave the first initiative on the direction that the show wanted to take. And since then, it's been on and on and on. We've had reviews, we've had guests on the show, we've had a lot of things along the way. So this is what Financial Tips has achieved so far. So I would like to just give you a review of how Financial Tips came about and the journey at which it came to. So it all started with a colleague of mine who told me that we are in a country where entrepreneurs or business prospects have probably financial capabilities, but when it comes to its management, it becomes an issue. And nobody was doing this kind of show in this media space. So why don't you then look at such a direction to see how well it will go? So he called me and he told me, I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. Let's bring our heads together and start something. So it was just on an unofficial agreement. We met together, we planned 1 or 2 things, and that was it. Financial Tips came about in a very unique manner just about 3-4 months ago. So that was how Financial Tips began actually. It just started on a small scale initiative, hoping that it would to expand and grow with people supporting and people buying into what we were doing. So that's the journey for Financial Tips so far. So on this final episode, we want to just and add a bit of fun for everybody to enjoy the last episode of Financial Tips season 1 before we leave. So at this point in this episode, we want you to see some of the things we did behind the scenes. So you know that most of the things that we do here is not so easy. I mean, it's really not an easy task. So I'll give you the chance for you to see some of the things we did, which probably looked like it was normal behind the camera, but as a matter of fact, it wasn't actually. So just take a look at just some few behind the scenes of Financial Tips, and you know your take from there. Check it out. How to prepare your financial information and how to also file issue topics for money. See, if I delete all these things, it's a good way to also receive, and also it's a good way to also even add more money to what you already have. It's a good way for me. Business, Charlie, my bro. Hello everyone, my name is Gerald Abi, and this is Financial Tips first episode. Hello everyone, my name is Gerald Abi, and this is the first episode of Financial Tips. It's also a good option.
In terms of that, I think the amount of money we are going to take as a loan.
I know after watching this behind the scenes, you now know the things or the hectic schedules that we go through in making financial tips every Monday or every week. So that is just a gist of how we involve ourselves and the kind of work and research that we do every point in time for financial tips to happen. So I would like to go ahead and make you aware of some of the key moments or the top moments of season 1. We have shortlisted it to 3. So we are going to show you the top 3 moments of financial tips season 1 for you to at least acknowledge most of the climax or most of the key things that were brought out during this first season. Take a look at that. And someone asked that, what about venture capital? What about venture capital? In the episode 1, I spoke about sources of finance for business capital, and I spoke about friends, I spoke about family, I spoke about financial institutions. So right now somebody is asking me, what about venture capital? Is it also another positive source of attaining finance? So
yeah, it's another source of attaining finance, but I don't think it's something that's really common in Ghana or in Africa. Okay, I think maybe South Africa and Kenya and some other countries you find those things there, but it's not really common over here in Ghana. But I think the thing that people have to understand about venture capital and investors is that you have to know how to talk to the investor.
Sure.
You understand? When it comes to maybe your parents or your family or friends, you can just say, "Oh, bro, I have this business, it's this and this and this." But a venture capitalist or an investor will want more details,
Yes.
in terms of how the business will run, what's the profit, all those things. You have to actually know what you're doing inside out before you can actually say, okay, I'm going to seek for funding from a venture capitalist.
I like the idea of the emergency fund. Can I make such savings into a pure investment account instead of the savings account? What do you think?
No, you can't make a savings.
You wouldn't advise?
No, I won't advise that.
Okay.
No. Because an emergency fund is just for emergency purposes.
As the name goes.
Emergency purposes. A savings is savings.
Okay.
You can go in for your savings, upkeeping and all of that. But when you talk about investment account, it's for investment purposes. It has a specific duration in which it will mature.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes. So if you are saving money for emergency purposes, I'd advise you do a savings. So you can do all the 2 accounts. You can have a savings account and also be running an investment account.
Yes.
So that the savings will help you when there's an emergency or something. You can go for the money from the savings accounts to help you sort that emergency.
Yes.
But with the investment, sometimes if it doesn't mature and you want it for an immediate situation, you have to solve a problem and you're going for your money, and that's the only account you have, an investment account. It's not advisable because sometimes it takes 3 days, 1 week for them to process it and all. So I would advise, if you want, you like the idea of emergency fund, it's advisable you have a savings that you use for that investment.
The second key point I want to talk about in managing your money or your personal finances is by taking control of your financial future. If you don't manage your money by yourself, people are going to find ways of mismanaging their money for you. There are so many people out there coming out to so many investment packages with very, very incredible interest rates. So you need to be very careful out there with who you work with or who you want to put your money in. That is why you also have to learn yourself all the things you need to know with personal finance and how to really invest with people like these. Make sure wherever you are going to put your money in is worth it, and whichever interest rate that they throw at you is very, very realistic before you put your money somewhere that you cannot retrieve at a later point in time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the 3 moments of season 1 as well. So at this stage, I think I have to acknowledge some people who also came back to Financial Tips to tell us how Financial Tips have affected their lives individually. So we had some selfie videos from some of our viewers, and we got them on board. So we want to take this opportunity to air some of the views or some of the takes of the Financial Tip viewers on how they see Financial Tips and what they expect in Financial Tips season 2. So have a look at some of the viewers' take on Financial Tips so far. Check it out.
Hi y'all, what's up? My name is Felicia and I'm currently staying in China. I want to share with you all the things that I've learned from watching the Financial Tips videos by the CEO Project. I want to tell you that I'm very grateful because I used to have a huge problem with my expenses. I used to spend a lot, more than I should. But after watching the video, I was able to pick up a few things of how to minimize and how to control my personal expenses. So thank you for that. And also, I love a video where he teaches about how to start up a business, how to attain and manage business capital. It's really important for me because I would love to start up a business someday, but I have zero knowledge about business. So it's actually a great way to start learning about business. So lastly, I want to say thank you so much the CEO Project for creating these videos, and also shout out to my friend Gerald Abe for making this. Thank you so much.
I've been watching Financial Tips since the first episode, and it's been really enjoyable, thoroughly educative. What I really love about it is how practical it is. I mean, this last episode, Gerald talks about the GRA and the new value added tax and how to compute it and whatnot. I mean, it's been great. I literally can't wait for season 2.
So, this is Crystal Mary. I would encourage you to watch Financial Tips by Gerald Howard. It's very insightful and precise. Season 1 has been very exciting, and I can't wait for season 2. And it's going to be mind-blowing. See you.
Hi, I'm Oksana from Russia, and I'm glad to thank Gerald Abbey for his financial tips, which helped me to start my own project with New Year gifts. I enjoyed the first season and looking forward to the new one. I learned a lot and became brave enough to start my own business, so I really want to encourage you to watch it too, as it's so helpful. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye.
So that was some of the many viewers of Financial Tips of season 1, and I know most of people who had the opportunity to even talk to us, or probably those who didn't have the opportunity, know in their hearts the kind of effects or the positive impact Financial Tips has given them out there. So I would like to acknowledge every single person out there. We are glad that we have given this positive impact to people in the general public, and also for them to anticipate even more things in our next season. And to talk about the next season, I would like to talk about some of the things you should be expecting on season 2 of Financial Tips. Financial Tips, if you know, season 1 was very not as vague as people were thinking. It was mostly from the entrepreneurship point of view. In fact, most of the episodes were talking about business owners, business startup, capital, and how to manage your finances in your business. So we decided that from season 2, we are also going to delve into the aspect of personal finance, so that in as much as you may not be a business owner or someone as an entrepreneur, you will also benefit from Financial Tips. So Financial Tips is going to expand in the area of personal finance as well, so that it becomes a massive benefit to everybody out there. Financial Tips is also going outside. It's not just going to be a studio event as you see week in, week out. We are going out there to see how entrepreneurs and business owners have their own perception about money management and how to manage their own finances in the long run. So in season 2, you will not always see me sitting here or standing sometimes to be giving topics and sessions. I'll be engaging people or the general public about their take on managing personal finances and things to do, so that it all comes out as a collective idea and a way to help everyone to manage their finances. So I'd like to invite people out there, probably business owners I should say, if you have any idea or if you want Financial Tips team to come and see you or involve yourself on the show, just call these phone lines that you see below the screen, and trust me, it will never be a bad experience, because this is how we want to do it. We want to involve every business owner to teach people who are also trying to come up into the entrepreneurship industry, so that they also know how it feels like from the practical aspect, so that it doesn't just look like Financial Tips is only just coming to the studio and just giving out word of mouth. We also want to add a practicality aspect of it. So we are encouraging business owners out there to also come out, and Financial Tips will come to you to also educate us on the real life experience of being an entrepreneur and how to manage your personal finance for you and your business. Before I go, I think I have to give massive acknowledgement to everybody behind the team for Financial Tips. Like I said, every week, it's not just me coming out here to just say I'm the one behind Financial Tips. It's a whole team. It's a collective effort. I'll use this opportunity to acknowledge some individuals who have been of massive help ever since we started from day one. So I'll first like to say a big thank you to the camera guy. Most people don't see him. He's actually the one shooting every day. Even as I'm speaking right now, he's behind the camera. His name is Kwabena Omari. He is also a professional camera guy in video and audio sound editing. He's very involved in the area of digital marketing and also digital editing. So if you have any interest for any program where you feel like you need a camera person, you can contact him directly. His number is below the screen if you feel like you can contact him. His name is Kwabena Omari. I also like to give another acknowledgement to Dan Sewo Balasu. He's actually the main guy who called me and told me this is what he wants us to do. Let's bring our heads together and start the show. So without him, probably Financial Tips wouldn't have been in existence. So I would like to give a massive thank you to Dan Sewo Balasu for his massive contribution and achievement towards the successful show that you see called Financial Tips. I also want to give another acknowledgement to one of my guests on one of my podcast sessions, Yvette Akosia Ibu, who was of massive help to me in the second podcast session of Financial Tips. Yvette, wherever you are, I want to thank you so much, and I hope this will not be the last time we'll see you on Financial Tips. I also want to give a massive acknowledgement to Otin Johnson. He's also behind the scenes, empowering us, supporting us in many aspects in the field of editing and all that. So I also want to thank Otin too. And also Desmond, who has been taking the photo shoots day in, day out. A big thank you to you. He's called Oga Desmond. That's what we call him actually for his household. And also Matic Studios. This is where the whole game goes on. Matic Studios is located at DVLA Wija branch behind the DVLA main office. So if you are having any photo shoots, birthday shoots, video, or any other thing in regards to video or pictures, just contact Matic Studios and you will never regret it. You can find them on Google Map if you feel like the direction will be an issue. Just go to your Google Map and type Matic Studios and you'll be able to find where the office location is. So I feel like I'll thank all these people. Let me take this opportunity to thank some of the viewers of Financial Tips. Some people were so much in support, and I feel like if I don't give acknowledgement to some of them, it will not be fair. Priscilla Omari, you've been a really, really great advocate and support of Financial Tips, and wherever you are, I want to thank you for believing in what we are doing and also for the future periods to come. Also, I would like to thank Clifford, thank you so much for all the encouragement you gave to me and the team. I mean, there were times where you said we felt like probably we were not going in a particular direction we wanted to, but you gave us the ideas and the directions that we should keep ourselves together and go towards this notion. And I want to thank you very much. Ifwa, thank you so much for all the support and always demanding Financial Tips week in, week out. Every Monday asking me, where's my Financial Tips? My people are asking, where's my Financial Tips? Thank you so much, because these are the kind of encouragements that kept us to our jobs and also encouraged us to even do more than what we were capable of doing. So I will take this opportunity to thank everyone. I cannot mention so many people. I have so many viewers out there, not just Ghana, outside the world. I have friends in Russia. Oksana from Russia, thank you so much for supporting Financial Tips, and I'm glad Financial Tips encourage you to start your own business back in Russia. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone out there. It's unfortunate I can't mention every single person because we have so many viewers. So thank every single person out there for viewing Financial Tips, and expect more to come next year in our next season. So on that note, I would like to sign off, and I want to wish everyone here a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Watch out for season 2 of Financial Tips in 2019. Thank you.